Well, it has been an exciting evening already. We've seen a number of business leaders walk in to attend the dinner. More than 200 people will be in attendance at the state dinner. It'll be held in the East Room on the other side of the White House, which is a bigger room than the state dining room, and it will be able to accommodate that number of guests. The red carpet really literally was rolled out. Both of these leaders getting a chance to take an official photograph with their wives and really begin to celebrate what has been much a hard day of work. In their first U.S. state visit, President Xi Jinping and First Lady Peng Liyuan basked in the celebration of Sino-U.S. ties. But managing the relationship requires a delicate balance. Both nations have serious differences over state-sponsored cyber theft and their roles in the maritime Pacific. President Xi told reporters the two leaders have had many long exchanges on cybersecurity. Both countries have agreed they will not knowingly facilitate cyber theft for commercial gain. They will avoid using cyber attacks to undermine critical national infrastructure, and they'll begin a high-level cyber dialogue by the end of the year.
China strongly opposes and combats the theft of commercial secrets and other kinds of hacking attacks. So all in all, we have broad common interests in the field of the cyber, but we need to strengthen cooperation and avoid leading to confrontation, and nor should we politicize this issue.
What I've said to President Xi and what I'd say to the American people is, the question now is, are words followed by actions? And we will be watching carefully to make an assessment as to whether progress has been made in this area.
Despite differing views, the leaders made some progress in the Pacific. They've agreed to new communication channels to avoid an accidental military confrontation, and their coast guards are working on a similar system. But Xi was clear China will continue to expand its influence in the South China Sea.
Islands in the South China Sea since ancient times are Chinese territory. We have the right to uphold our own territorial sovereignty and lawful and legitimate maritime rights and interests. We are committed to respecting and upholding the freedom of navigation and overflight that countries enjoy according to international law.
The United States will continue to sail, fly, and operate anywhere that international law allows. I conveyed to President Xi our significant concerns over land reclamation, construction, and the militarization of disputed areas, which makes it harder for countries in the region to resolve disagreements peacefully.
Both countries will leave the meetings with new commitments to reduce carbon emissions and rally the world to meet ambitious reductions at the upcoming Paris climate talks. And both leaders say they've made enough progress on a bilateral investment treaty to speed up negotiations, but passing a treaty requires a U.S. congressional vote. The U.S. has also committed to helping China with criminal investigations of repatriating fugitives. Of course, Mike, that will be a big help in the ongoing anti-corruption campaign.
It seems like there's these dual narratives, progress, cooperation, differences and challenges. But one thing that I think President Xi obviously has been very big on is people-to-people exchanges, and obviously that's something that Obama can agree with him about as well. I understand that the two countries now planning to expand tourism in the new year. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, they're going to call next year the Year of U.S.-China Tourism, but more than the title, what that means is they're going to really be trying to grow the Mandarin language studies program. There's going to be an opportunity for 1 million Americans to study Mandarin by 2020. That's going to be the goal set. And right now, that goal is 100,000. It's also going to come along with some real effort to train more Mandarin teachers. And I can tell you that when we were in Seattle, in Tacoma, that high school where President Xi met with students was really struggling to find a Mandarin teacher. And so it was really important to them, and it will be important to many other high schools that want to have that program in the United States to be able to get more Mandarin language teachers trained.